全て投げ捨てられたら笑って生きることが楽になるのまた胸が痛くなる
Karma's POV. Because there are some rumors I have to stay at home doing nothing. For my safety, they said, but I don't really care about that. I walk down the streets to look for the thugs targeting me. If they won't come to me, I'll come to them. A sigh escapes my lips. Where could they be? I clenched my fist before letting out a small chuckle. I'm itching for a fight already. I continued walking, not minding where, since I know my way back home. I look around to see there's nothing, seeming to be out of the blue. Minutes later, I felt someone following me. I smirked. I went to an empty park. I then stopped in my tracks before rolling up my sleeves of the jacket I was wearing. Alright, let's get this over with. Your POV. You and Nagisa continued searching. Where is he? You were too far from the mansion already. You looked at Nagisa to see the worried expression on his face. You placed a hand on his shoulder, reassuring him that the red-headed male, was probably okay. He smiled in response before nodding. Get him. Shit. He's too agile. The two of you looked into the direction of the noise to see a familiar redhead fighting. Nagisa sighed before smiling sheepishly at you. Let's get him, shall we, Wayne-kun? Hi. Karma's POV. There's no end to them. I looked at the thugs to see that their numbers just kept increasing. I needed to get this over with quickly. I sensed a punch approaching from my left side, so I quickly dodged. I gritted my teeth when I saw another punch coming towards me, a punch which I could not dodge. I was waiting for impact when... Please don't hurt the young master. A hair-colored hair male stood in front of me, stopping the thug's fist from coming into contact with my face. I'm the only one allowed to hit him. Karma-kun, dajobe? Nagisa asked me as he beat up some thugs. Never been better, I responded as I grabbed some thug's face and slammed it on the ground before sitting on an unconscious body. You two took a while to find me. We were enjoying the walk getting here. It was peaceful and quiet, Wine said, which made me laugh. Wine-kun was actually worried. Nagisa-kun, ha, I knew it. Your POV. Guess who's grounded? The devil, of course. You were wiping some cups, which was used by the red-headed male. The thought of him being grounded amused you. I can hear you, Dolkun. Karma glared, which made you clear your throat. Hear what, young master? Don't play dumb. You looked behind you to see a pouting sadist. His hair was a mess since he was just rolling around in his bed, whining that he was bored. You then continued to wipe some cups. It became quiet. This went on for a while before you decided to speak. I'm surprised that you're not going to sneak out today. Oh? How can you be sure of that? You looked back at him again to see that he was now doing something on his phone. Well, you could have left while I was busy. His golden orbs locked with yours before a smirk slowly formed on his lips. Do you want me to leave? You shrugged before standing beside the sofa he was sitting at. No, I don't want to spend my energy looking for you. The two of you then became quiet. This usually happens when the two of you are together. No one talks and a comfortable silence fills the room. It was relaxing, surprisingly. Say, Dolkun. Karma looked at you. You hummed in response. Why don't you treat me like how other butlers usually treat their masters? Because you're not like usual masters. You're more, stern and grumpy. An irk mark appeared on your cheek, but you kept calm. Is that so? Instead of gently waking me up, you throw a pillow at my face. Another irk mark appeared. You usually manage to block it. When I try to sneak out, you stare at me and won't stop until I get back into my room. And another, because you attract danger. You really are a Dolkun. He chuckled before smiling at you. You stared at him, a scary aura surrounding you, but your face remained monotone. Oops, Did I make the great and scary Dokkan mad? And just like that, your patience was gone. Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. Would you like me to wash your ass next time? Karma laughed before smiling at you, his chin resting on his hand as he locked eyes with you. You really are interesting. Go away. No way. You huffed before looking away. By the way, Dokkan, you were still looking away. Still mad? Oh well. You heard a sigh beside you as he stood up. I was about to tell you the reason behind your nickname too. Maybe next time. That's too bad. You devil. You immediately looked at him. A smirk was visible on his face as he looked at you. What do you want, Dokkan? I won't know if you just stare. You have to tell me what you want. Please. Please tell me. Louder, I can't hear you. He placed a hand on his ear. Please tell me why you gave me this dumbass nickname. After those words escaped your mouth, a victorious grin was visible on his face. See, that wasn't so bad. Minus the dumbass. Karma's POV. Just because I'm grounded doesn't mean that you can tease me. How naive of you, Dokkan. Wyatt asked me a couple of times before why I named them that. I sat back down on the sofa and looked at him, sulking, standing beside me. Sit beside me, Dokkan. I chuckled when I saw some dark clouds surrounding him. No. I grabbed his wrist and pulled him towards me. If you won't come, then I'll have to get you here by force. Your POV. You were in shock when you suddenly found yourself in Karma's chest. Oh, you were about to get up when he placed an arm on your head, forcing you to plop back down. So, I'll tell you the reason. Let me go first. No. Why? It's comfy. He responded with an unbothered expression. You sighed before wiggling your way out of his grip and now sitting beside him. Tell me why. Oh my god, the author's note. If you hear the word Dokkan, what spelling would you think? D-U-L-L and D-O-L-L maybe? Dull and doll, right? Karma asked and you nodded in response. Well, dull because you're so stern, and sometimes you can be boring. An irk mark appeared on your cheek. And doll because you're my toy and have to entertain me whenever I want. You stared at him again. You have a habit of staring at me when something makes you mad, Dokkan. The red-haired male laughed before grabbing his phone. Stare. Click. Your eyes went wide when you realized what just happened. Karma, no. Karma, yes. Delete the picture. No way. You tried to reach for his phone, but he placed a foot on your shoulder and kept you from moving forward. Stay there. Delete it. After a few seconds, he showed you his phone. Embarrassment bubbled up inside as you saw your face on his wallpaper. There, much better. Time to commit suicide. He grabbed your collar, forcing you to stay in place. Nope. Am I a toy to you? Yep. You were quiet for a while. You sulked as you obediently sat down beside him. Dark clouds surrounded you, which made the male beside you snicker. Dokkan. You looked at him, waiting for what he was about to tell you. When I told you that you were going to be my butler, why didn't you just run away? You could have avoided getting into this mess easily. You looked away, your hand against your chin as you tried to think of an answer. You couldn't think of one yet. I don't have an answer yet. It was midnight and you were in your room. Karma was grounded for a week, so he had at least a couple of more days left. You laid down on the bed and stared at the ceiling, patiently waiting for yourself to drift off to sleep. Minutes later, your eyelids finally felt heavy when, oof. You groaned when suddenly you felt something heavy land on you. What? Your face was inches away from a grinning Karma. Don't sleep yet, Dokkan. I have something important to tell you, he said, still on top of you. What? You stared at him before sighing and placing an arm on your face. Look, it's midnight. My job ended an hour ago. Come back when business hours are open. You felt him flick your forehead, which made you stare at him again. We're sneaking out. Karma's POV. Wyan is surprisingly comfortable to lay down in. Soft. He had a monotone expression in his eyes, but screamed, "Why are you bothering me at 1 a.m. for this? And I want to show you something too." I won't say it out loud, but I became comfortable with Wyan. Hell, maybe I even fell for him. Would I confess? Of course not. He sighed before closing his eyes. He was trying to go back to sleep. Go sleep. It's bad for your health to stay up so late. Nope, brat. I am, so sneak out with me. No, go to sleep. Fine, I'll sneak out by myself then. I stood up from the bed and was about to walk away when he grabbed my wrist. Fine, I'll go with you. I smirked. I knew it. Your POV. You wore some plain jeans and a white t-shirt. You could care less for fashion since it was 1 a.m. in the morning. Who the hell would look at you? You looked at the red-haired male quietly waiting for you. He was laying down in your bed and staring at your ceiling. You grabbed a hoodie from your closet and threw it at him. Wear it, so we can't have you catch a cold now. I'm not frail, Karma chuckled, but he obeyed and wore the hoodie. It suits him. You walked towards him as he quickly grabbed your hand before dragging you to his room and into the balcony. We could just use the door downstairs like normal human beings. You raised an eyebrow at him. Too bad, I'm not normal. The red-haired male responded before jumping off a nearby branch and looking at you, a smirk forming on his lips. Hurry up. You sighed before jumping on the branch and following the other male. Karma's POV. I led Wyatt into the forest behind the mansion. I wanted to show him this small hiding spot I always went to. I smiled when the hair-colored male looked around the forest. I could tell that he was curious. Getting curious, are we, now, Delkun? Shush. I laughed before grabbing his hand and started dragging him away. It's just over here. Your POV. Your eyes sparkled as you saw where he led you. There was a small pond with some fishes. There was also a small tent with a bunch of comics inside. Flowers, trees surrounded you. The place was so beautiful, something out of a fantasy. If you look up, you could see the millions of stars in the sky. Your hiding place? You asked as you lay down on the grass. Karma lay beside you. Yep, it's really nice. The two of you started stargazing. Comfortable silence surrounded the two of you. A question was stuck in your mind, so you decided to ask. Hey, why did you show me this place? Karma's POV. Why did you bring me here? I continued looking at the stars. I could feel his gaze at me. A smile formed on my lips as I looked at him. Because you're special. Your POV. Did you just confess? The sudden realization made the red-haired male shocked. No, His ears became pink, his lips slightly quivered, his golden orbs could not look at yours. Aw, you must be assuming things. I didn't say. You laughed. Karma's POV. Wyan laughed. I blushed even more when I saw the hair-colored male laughing at me before smiling. I'm not dense, young master. It sounded like a confession to me. You finally laughed and smiled. Of course, I'm human after all, it's normal. Then why don't I see your smile? My orbs finally met his. I was embarrassed. Because you're a brat. He laughed again before placing a hand on his forehead. You are a handful. I couldn't stop blushing. Akabane Karma, get a hold of yourself. Hey, do you remember the question you asked me? The one I didn't have an answer for? Wyan looked back at the stars again. What about it? I think I have an answer for it now. Your POV. Karma continued staring at you, waiting for your answer. You cleared your throat. Well, because you're interesting. To me. Cricket noise intensifies. That's all. He raised an eyebrow at you. Seriously? Oh, and because I like you too. Too? I like you? Aw, see? You like me. I like you too. That's not what I meant. No take backs. Wait, what? See, I didn't even... You said you like me. Too bad. You were chuckling while the other male was just a blushing mess. I have the power to teach this bish. Finally, Fine, how'd you know I like you? Karma sighed before ruffling his hair. He looked at you, with a small pout forming on his lips. I'm not obvious, so how? Karma's POV. The hair-colored male erased a finger. You get jealous whenever I talk to other bodyguards. He raised another finger. You always stare at me. He raised another one. When Asano-san visited and wanted to talk to me, you dragged him away. Okay, stop. So embarrassing. I looked away. So, does this mean that you always stay by my side? Of course. He started pinching my cheeks. I'm the only one who can handle you anyways. The end. Dun, dun, dun. Hello everybody, how is your day going? My day is going not so great because I woke up at like 9. No, okay, that's a lie. I woke up around like 7 something because I went to sleep at 9. Carlos. But actually, you guys, we're not in my closet today. Today we are on my bed. We are on my bed because your girl was lazy as fuck and did not feel like going into her closet today. So this is why we are on my bed. I hope it does not make a difference. There was not a lot of noise. My mother is not home. She is currently visiting my cousins. My brother is in his room watching Naruto. Yes, my brother watches Naruto now. You guys, he's becoming a weeb. I am producing a weeb. He's growing up so fast, you guys. Like, he doesn't like soccer right now, which is okay because I'm pretty sure we were all there. We hated her, but just wait until he gets to Naruto Shippuden. I swear he will love her. I asked him if he has any waifus, and he was like, what's a waifu? It was hilarious. And then in the car Friday when we were like going to school, my brother was watching Naruto. Like, he's obsessed with it. He was watching it on his phone, and my mom got in the car, and she, like, turned around, because I sit in the passenger seat, and he sits in the back, in the middle, and obviously she drives. So, like, when she sat down, we were, like, talking about Gaara and Lee's fight, because that's where he was, and, my mom got in the car, and she was like, damn, now I have 2 kids that talk about anime, fuck. And we both bursted out laughing, cause like she absolutely hates when I talk about anime because she has no idea what I'm talking about. Sometimes she'll be like haha or something, but she, like, it doesn't really make sense to her. So like now I have a weeb friend that is my brother, sadly, but it's okay because now I get to like freak out, and now he can't tell me anything about squealing or like yelling when I'm watching a good anime, because yeah. You know what I'm gonna recommend to him? I'm gonna recommend A Lull in the Sea. I love that anime, and there was this one YouTube video. Okay, I'm rambling so much, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, especially you guys, or you trans, or the people who call yourselves or who identify as male. I hope you guys enjoyed. I was so excited to do this one. Please go go in the description, click on the story, the fanfic, and go give the author some love. Like I was really searching high and low for a fanfiction, a karma x male, and I couldn't find one that was like short but good until I found this one. So yeah, go give the author a shout out, or wait, what? Go give the author some love, and yeah, okay, bye loves. Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. Would you like me to wash your ass next? Wow.